Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Eala rises to new career high number 54 in WTA rankings. Filipina tennis ace Eala achieved another milestone after rising to a career high number 54 in the latest WTA rankings, surpassing her previous mark of number 56. The 20-year-old tennis star had a busy September that saw her see action in WTA tournaments in Mexico, Brazil, and China. After coming off a historic run at the U.S. Open, Eala quickly flew to Mexico for the Guadalajara 125 Open, which she eventually ruled after outlasting Punna in the finals. She competed at the Sao Paulo Open, but sustained a quarterfinals exit after a two-set loss to Janice Jen of Indonesia. Eala then made her way to Asia, strutting her stuff at the Jingshan Tennis Open and Suzhou WTA 125, but fell short of a title after suffering a semifinals and quarterfinals exit, respectively. Despite those, Eala still made a jump to become the world's number 54 player, with 1123 points. In the world of tennis, where the bounce of a ball can define a career, and where players are often measured not only by talent but by resilience, grit, and timing, a new name is becoming harder to ignore. At just 20 years old, Eala, the pride of the Philippines, has climbed to her highest ever WTA ranking of world number 54, carving a path that is as historic as it is inspiring. And this isn't just about numbers on a leaderboard. This is about a young woman from Southeast Asia who dared to dream on red clay, blue hard courts, and sunlit grass, about smashing stereotypes with the same force she puts behind her two-handed backhand. This is about a quiet revolution, led by a girl with a racket, a relentless spirit, and a mission far bigger than herself. A journey etched in sweat and sunlight. Eala's ascent has been anything but easy. While most tennis stars are bred in powerhouse countries like the United States, Russia, or Spain, with sprawling tennis academies and national funding behind them, Eala's journey started in the humid courts of Manila, a city more famous for basketball fandom than tennis legacy. I remember playing with my kuya, older brother, when I was just 6 or 7, she once recalled in an interview. I wasn't thinking about Wimbledon or the WTA. I just wanted to hit the ball as hard as I could. That simple love for the game eventually carried her to the famed Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca, Spain, where she trained among Europe's elite juniors. The transition was daunting, different languages, cultures, and training intensity, but Eala thrived, quietly building a game built on balance, precision, and a rare poise for someone her age. Discipline, said one of her Spanish coaches, is her greatest weapon. She listens, absorbs, and applies. That's rare. The road to 54, milestones and masterclasses. The rise to number 54 wasn't built overnight. It was constructed match by match, point by point, from ITF events in small European towns to the bright lights of WTA 250 and 500 tournaments. Eala's breakthrough came earlier in the year when she stunned several higher-ranked players at the WTA Thailand Open, making a deep semifinal run that not only gave her invaluable ranking points, but also served notice. She wasn't just a promising junior anymore. She was a WTA-level threat. Then came a gritty performance at the Madrid Open, where she dispatched a seeded player in straight sets, showcasing the maturity of her shot selection and the mental toughness to close out tight matches. At the French Open qualifiers, she came heartbreakingly close to making her Grand Slam main draw debut. Though she fell just short, the experience hardened her resolve. The culmination of these efforts? A career-high ranking that puts her inside the top 60. An unprecedented feat for a Filipina in the Open era. More than a number. Ranking 54 may be just a number on the surface, but for Eala, and for an entire generation of Filipinos, it symbolizes far more. It's validation. It's visibility. It's proof that talent from Southeast Asia, often overshadowed on the world sports stage, can stand toe-to-toe with the best. For young girls in Manila, Davao, Cebu, and beyond, Eala is no longer a distant star. She's proof that representation matters, that a brown-skinned, Tagalog-speaking, hard-working girl can take her place among the elite of global tennis. In fact, following her rise, tennis clubs across the Philippines have reported a spike in youth enrollments, with young girls citing Eala as their inspiration. "I want to be like Alex," said 10-year-old Isabel, gripping her racket tightly after a practice session. "She showed us that it's possible." Humble in victory, grounded in purpose. Despite her growing fame and endorsements, Eala remains remarkably grounded. She still answers interviews with humility, often deflecting praise toward her team, family, or coaches. When asked about reaching number 54, her response was telling. "It's an honor, but this is not the finish line. It's just one step. I'm proud, but I know there's more work to be done." That mindset, one that sees success not as a destination but as a checkpoint, is perhaps what sets her apart. While other young players might get lost in the spotlight, Eala's North Star seems fixed on continual growth. She's also deeply aware of her role as a trailblazer. In speeches and interviews, she frequently mentions the responsibility she feels to represent her country and her people with pride. "Every time I step on the court, I carry the flag with me," she once said. "Win or lose, I want people to know that Filipinos can compete." A beacon for the future of Asian tennis. Tennis in Asia has long been waiting for the next breakout star to fill the void left by icons like Lee Na and Kei Nishikori. While names like Coco Gauff and Iga Swiatek dominate headlines in the West, Asia has quietly been nurturing its own renaissance, and Alex Eala is at the heart of it. Her climb into the top 60 is a signal flare to tournament directors, sponsors, and fans. The region is brimming with talent, and the next wave is here. Beyond that, her rise poses a challenge to global tennis organizations. How can the sport become more accessible to talent from non-traditional markets? How many more Alex Ealas are out there, waiting to be discovered? If nothing else, her journey should spark greater investment in grassroots tennis in the region, a necessary step if the sport hopes to become truly global. The road ahead. So what's next for Eala? With the Australian Open 2026 looming just months away, she is now in strong contention for direct entry into the main draw, another milestone that could open more doors and ranking points. She's also eyeing a return to Roland Garros, where she previously won the girls' doubles title, this time as a professional player hungry to prove herself on the senior stage. Off the court, expect her to become even more visible. With major brands circling and her popularity soaring across Southeast Asia, she is poised to become a global ambassador not just for tennis, but for young women in sport. Still, the essence of Alex Eala remains unchanged. Hard-working, focused, and fiercely proud of her roots.